Hello and welcome back to another edition of Smackdown Out of 10 on the Wrestle Debate. It is the go-home edition for Extreme Rules, and we've got AJ Styles v Matt Riddle for the IC title, so it should be a good little show. Let's get straight into it. So the first match was Big E v Cesaro, where the winner gets to pick the stick for the Smackdown Tag Title match at Extreme Rules. Big E ran into the corner after Cesaro sidestepped before sending the tag champ into the ring post. Back in the ring, Cesaro was dominated, but got caught with a belly-to-belly suplex. Then Big E hit a huge splash before we needed for the break. We then returned to see Cesaro back in control, but missed the neutralizer before locking Big E in the sharpshooter. Nakamura attacked Kofi on the outside before hitting a big kick to Big E from the apron when the referee was down. Cesaro took advantage of the distraction and hit the neutralizer before getting the free count. After the match, the heels were going for a table from under the ring, but Kofi hit a huge dive and took out both of them. Cesaro was being set up on the table, but they made the save. I'm going to give this a 6.5 out of 10. Didn't mind this segment at all, and to be fair, it got me quite excited for the match. Backstage, King Corbin said there was no way Matt Riddle would be able to beat AJ Styles, and Cesaro and Nakamura were debating before deciding on a tables match for Sunday. Then it was a moment of bliss. Alexa Bliss and Nikki were out there, and Bliss made some predictions about Riddle beating AJ and the winner of the Swamp Fight before Banks and Bayley interrupted, and they argued for a bit before the brawl broke out, and Oscar made the save. So this made a tag team match between Oscar and Cross and Banks and Bayley, and this was a really good match. Basically, the finish came when Cross was tagged in, and she missed a top rope move before hitting a tornado DDT on the outside on Bayley using the Smackdown announce table. Banks broke the pin, and Oscar took her out with a big kick on the outside. Bayley used the rope to pick up a dirty pin on Nikki and win. I'm going to give this a 6.75 out of 10. Really enjoyed Oscar's involvement here. It was a shock, and I thought it was a good segment. Backstage, Miz was hyping Morrison up for his match, but Morrison was a bit scared. Then we got the Firefly Funhouse when Bray Wyatt was at his swamp. He talked about the horrors that lay underneath, and Braun Strowman had arrived like a lost lamb. Wyatt vowed to confront the monster that Strowman had become before disappearing from our screens. We then got Braun v Morrison, and basically this was just a big squash match. Morrison was being ragdolled in the ring as Braun tossed him around before hitting the running power slam for the win. I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. This was just totally out of place. And is this seriously the feud for the Universal title? Next up, we got Naomi v Lacy. Naomi had the upper hand early on and slammed Lacy, but took an elbow drop for a near fall as the match went on. Naomi hit the split and got a near fall on her own before dodging the women's right. Lacy then tied Naomi's hair onto the middle rope before hitting the women's right to get the win. This was crap. This had no place on the show. What's the point? At least it wasn't karaoke. 5.5 out of 10. Jeff Hardy was then about to give an interview before he was attacked by Sheamus. And then, that was it. Backstage, Bayley and Banks made fun of Cross and walked off. Nikki was losing her confidence in her abilities. Then she went and attacked Bayley before Bliss broke it up. Then it was main event, AJ Styles v Matt Riddle for the IC title. Matt Riddle dominated this match earlier on. It was only once we got back from ad break he really started losing it. Riddle hit the Broton but was locked in a calf crusher. Styles managed to roll up Riddle in the following struggle and got the win. The two men shook hands at the end before Corbin delivered the end of days to end SmackDown. I don't mind this. This was a great match. I'm giving it a 7.25 out of 10. And I don't mind the Corbin feud as long as Riddle just absolutely squashes him. Overall, SmackDown this week is getting a 6.5 out of 10. I thought it was a pretty good show, or at least better than what we've seen in recent weeks. The Riddle v Styles match was good. Big E Cesaro, that was good as well. It's just some of the crap Lacey Evans and Naomi and the Braun Strowman stuff I just didn't really like at all. But there we have it. But anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. And follow us on Twitter in the description below. Link in the description below for daily wrestling news. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and subscribe to my other channels on screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Cheers.